Hello, welcome to this pick a card reading for what does your soul want to tell you? What is your soul's calling? What is your life's purpose? And I'm very excited to do this reading. It's my first pick a card reading, and I think they're a lot of fun and they provide a lot of insight. So I've been reading Thomas More's book, Care of the Soul, lately. And I think that's partly why I was inspired to do this, and partly because I've been thinking about what people need to hear at this time in December, where the earth is cold here in the Western Hemisphere, and everything seems to get slower and less cozy. So Thomas More says that soul is not a thing but a quality or a dimension of experiencing life and ourselves. It has to do with depth, value, relatedness, heart, and personal substance. I do not use the word here as an object of religious belief or as something to do with immortality. When we say that someone or something has soul, we mean that what we mean. We know what we mean, but it is difficult to specify exactly what the meaning is. That is hard. It's a very nebulous term, soul, but it's that sense of deeper humanity, I think, that deeper self, that higher self that we have. And so this is what the reading is going to be about today, is what is your soul calling you to do? What is your soul's calling? And this will be pile 1, this lovely speckled egg rock. I think that we got that at the ocean. And number 2 is this really cute, I don't know, rock that was painted by my children. And this is number 3, this lovely rock here. And number 4 is this rock scarab. It is very pretty. So we'll start with number 1 and keep going. And if you could please subscribe, or I don't know how this YouTube thing works, but subscribe and leave a comment below. I'd appreciate it. Thank you, especially if this resonates with you at all. So here is number 1. So these first cards are having to do with your ego, or your egoic experience here in the here and now. And very interesting cards. I'm going to get a little bit of a clarifier here. So it looks like your soul's grappling with a lot of different things. First of all, you have the 10 of air in the Angel Tarot deck, and this is also correlates with the 10 of swords in the regular tarot. And so it looks like you've been through a really bad heartbreak, or you've gone through a really difficult time, perhaps financially or another way, and you just feel like you can't get ahead. You've been stabbed in the back by people that you trusted, and it's just been a really difficult time, maybe a tower moment for you. And so you're recovering from a lot of wounding, a lot of hurt, and it has to do with wanting to build something beautiful and lasting. You had this desire, this dream to have this 10 of Pentacles life, 10 of discs. So I love that there's a grape arbor, and this is about empire building and about ancestors and continuity. And you wanted to have this firm financial foundation. You wanted to have this beautiful life. and you felt like that was thwarted, and so this has become a big wound for you. But there's hope. Things will be getting better. Another thing that your soul is grappling with right now is the Eight of Fire reversed. So things have not moved as fast as you'd like them to move. And here is an issue that your ego has been dealing with. You have had offers, and I love that these are the cups, so maybe they're love offers, but also perhaps career or new things, and you've refused them. Look at how he's refusing to take that offer. And so things have been really slow, perhaps in the career front, perhaps in the job front, or perhaps in the relationship front, and you've decided, no, well, I'm still not going to take whatever is offered to me. And so it's been really difficult. A lot of this has to do with the frustration of not being able to build the kingdom that you wanted to build. You had such glorious high hopes and ideas and dreams, and those were not able to come to fruition. And so now you're licking your wounds, and you're wondering what your purpose is and what you need to be doing. So let's put those to the side for a minute. So what do the life purpose cards have to tell us? Interesting. Okay. So one of the great things that you have going on for you right now is you do have this time to decide how you want to work with your life, how you want to change course. And you have the opportunity to really go deeply into your soul and to listen. And what is your soul telling you to do? What is it calling you to do? And it's calling you to write, to heal and inspire and teach people with the words that you write. It could be fiction, it could be self-help, it could be something to do with your family. In fact, this is very interesting too. Loving your friends and family is central to your life's purpose. And maybe that isn't the dream that you've had. Relationship and, even like refusing that cup. You're thinking, no, I have to make money. I have to have an empire. I have to be successful. But you've been ignoring, or perhaps not even accepting, something that is very important for your soul's growth. And your soul is calling you to family, to creating relationships. And it is really central to your life purpose. And so you're running away from something that is necessary for your growth. Although you do have time to decide, and this is interesting too, you're also shying away from spiritual connection. You don't really want to connect with your higher self right now. So you have the opportunity to write about some of your worries, some of your concerns, and some of the wounding that you've experienced. And you can ask for guidance, you can ask for help from either your higher self or the spiritual realms. So that is what I see as what your soul is calling you to do, is to write and to connect and to make a lovely tapestry with your relationships, especially as it has to do with family. So that would be number one. Thank you very much. Like I said before, you can subscribe or leave a comment if anything that I shared with you resonated. Number one. Thank you. All right. Now we're with number two. Number two. What do we have here? Interesting. So right now you have been, it looks like, very dissatisfied with certain areas of your life, and you have this wish, this Eight of Water energy, this Eight of Cups, to move on, to change, to leave maybe things that you've constructed or taken great care in producing over the past while. And it has to do with the emotional, maybe a relationship realm, but it could be other ways. Maybe project, maybe a love project, a creative project that you've enjoyed. And there's the part of your ego wants to move on. It wants to see something else. It wants to experience something else. And you have this restlessness in your soul. But I wonder a little bit what this could be connected to. So we're going to just have a couple of qualifiers here. So you feel like you've had to fight things on your own to figure out, how am I going to keep going? How am I going to keep at the top of the heap? That's what this reminds me of, this card. Am I going to withstand other people and their wants and desires and needs? How do I move on? You just feel a little exhausted from everything, and maybe your inspiration has been running dry and you don't feel like you want to continue with this battle. You want to continue trying to keep yourself at the top of the heap. Maybe you become an expert in your field, or maybe you feel that you have to work really hard to keep this facade up of this mask that you have, that you're doing well and that you're still creative and conquering the world, basically. So reversed, we have the Four of Air, which would be the Four of Swords. And upright, it's about taking time to rest, to rejuvenate. And you feel like there is no time to rest, no time to rest for the wicked. You feel like there's no time to rest. You don't want to be rejuvenated. And so perhaps you are getting very tired. And we also have the Two of Swords reversed. And it just doesn't feel like there's a lot of support. You are being torn up possibly by your thoughts, not knowing which direction to take. Should you stay? Should you go? Should you change? Should you keep doing what you've been doing? And that seems to be the focus of your life right now. There's a lot of distress here, a lot of anxiety, and unsure, which path to take. And in a lot of ways, you feel like you're blind. It feels like there are no good choices in this situation that you're dealing with in your life at the present moment. So what is your soul calling you to do? What is your higher, deeper self calling you to do? What does your higher self want you to know? What is your life's purpose? I love these cards, by the way. They are so scarily accurate. About a lot of the cards I've had have not been this accurate, but these are very accurate. Interesting. So, you have a deep wellspring of creativity. There is a book or some kind of thing that needs to be expressed through you. And you could either do that or through teaching. You inspire people, maybe young people like this teacher here, but maybe older people. And you have the capacity to be a healer. Maybe you could be a massage therapist or a doctor or a nurse. And so that is your life's purpose, is to be a healer, a teacher, an author. There's just so much there. It's so multifaceted. And also to work with animals, understanding animals and communicating with them intuitively. And that's something that you might not have been doing in your life right now that is causing some imbalance. Maybe you need an animal friend, an animal companion. Maybe you have an insight in how to use our animal companions, use our animal companions, it sounds bad, but how to engage with our animal companions and help others to engage with them so that there can be healing. Maybe you have some insights onto that. Maybe you have insights into personality, or wanting to teach people how to have a better environment, a better life. Perhaps you are an earth sign, a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, and you have a lot of ability to ground and to heal. This is something that I would probably see for a Virgo. This particular soul calling could also be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But yeah, so whatever it is that you're grappling with right now, whatever it is that you're being impatient about, know that this really is your path. It's to be someone who inspires other people. And when maybe right now is the time to experience this side of your life a little bit more, this connecting with nature, and maybe also connecting with your wild self. I think you might have forgotten who you really are in a lot of ways, worried so much about creating something, maybe a project or a relationship, but you haven't been able to really commune and understand your inner nature. Now, if this resonates for you, please give me a shout out there in the comment section. And number 2, that would be your soul's calling right now, is to continue being an author, teacher, healer, or to start that path. Perhaps that can help with some of the barriers that you're experiencing right now. And I hope you have a wonderful day. All right. You picked this lovely stone. We're at number 3. So what are some of the things that you're grappling with, my dear number 3? That is interesting. So your soul feels a little bit, or not your soul, but maybe your ego feels a little bit tortured right now. Maybe some sad. 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles. Interesting. Let's get a clarifier in some of this. Wow. So this looks like a relationship issue to me, that you're caught between what you know relationship-wise you should be having in your life. In fact, your life is very much focused on the loss of a relationship. This is the King of Cups reversed, or the King of Water in this Angel Tarot deck. And you haven't been very trustworthy, number 3. You haven't been able to accomplish some of the things that you've needed to do in the relationship realm. Perhaps you felt divided between 2 different people. We have this Empress reversed. This dream of, it's a twin flame card or soulmate card. Something hasn't worked out here, and it's brought you a lot of sadness, but you also haven't been very honest with yourself or with other people, and possibly have been a bit manipulative in the emotional realm. And I'm sensing that you're feeling a lot of regret, a lot of sadness. We have the 10 of Pentacles here. And so what you've wanted to do is secure this 10 of Earth, have a happy family, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. And you've put your efforts into a person that embodies this, but possibly doesn't have the ability to really connect with you, this person. They're more simple. They are not very demanding, possibly not emotionally. Queen of Pentacles is about taking care of people's needs. It's like a mother figure. So this has to do with some deep-seated mother issues that you might have, some attachment issues. And so it's like an emotional soup for you right now. I'm feeling like there's almost this dead space inside of you, that there is this pocket of pain, but you, like an abscess with a wound, you've coated it and it's in there. It's like a bubble ready to burst, but you don't want to. And you've got your ego set on this simple life, this life of a hobbit perhaps, and you want this woman, whoever she is, possibly with dark hair, to mother you. And so your soul is very much caught up in relationships right now. Or not your soul, sorry, your ego. Sorry, I'm having a hard time with that today. So your ego is very much caught up in what you think things should look like as opposed to how you actually feel inside. And there's this very difficult battle going on. And this is, maybe I should be more clear, it is a soul battle of a kind, between your baser instincts, your id, and, your deeper soul knowing in the ego that you know is right for you. So what is your soul calling you to do in the realm of life, relationships, people? Let's see what this has to say here. Interesting. Huh, okay. So your life purpose and your soul's calling is to work with people as either an energy worker or a body worker, maybe a massage therapist or a nurse or a CNA or someone in that kind of realm. Definitely about manipulating the body and making people feel better that way. And it will be a life's purpose that will fully support you. And again, we have the medical there. So I'm sensing that it has something to do with medicine, and counseling's here as well. So I think this denotes that you will heal with kind words. You're going to have some kind of holistic or, open, energetic way of connecting to people. So, and maybe that's part of the issue here, is that you're really caught up in your private life right now and these things that you think that you want. And I'm just wondering a little bit more. So tell me a little bit more about what number 3 needs to know about their life purpose. Yeah. So things will go well for you financially. I know that's what you want, but here's the problem that you're grappling with in your soul. And this is what I consider to be the narcissism card. It's the Emperor reversed. You are having some issues with control and allowing things to be what they are. You want things to be how you envision them. And your purpose, you will find it in the actual doing of these things, the energy healing, the body work. And you will feel fully supported, but you need to let go. And you also need to realize that there seems to be some balance in your life. You can't take too much and you can't give too much. You need, see the scales there? Maybe you have a sign in Libra, I don't know, but an air sign. But you need to start learning how to balance between your emotional affective life and some of those desires and impulses and things that you have. All right. And I think this is what you really want. You want to be a person that has all their cups in a row, all their ducks in a row. Emotional fulfillment, success, money, wealth, like a deep soul wealth, though. And you can have that, and I do see that this will be the path that you need to take to accomplish those things. And it's a very giving path. It's not one where you're after the money, right? It's something that might seem like counterintuitive to what you want to accomplish. But it's important for you to realize that you have to start taking care of other people, and this might be part of what you need to be aware of as well. Again, a very earthy, grounding energy, the Queen of Pentacles. You can have all of that beauty, all that wealth that you want, but you're going to need to start being truthful to yourself and to other people. You're going to need to stop manipulating others for your own gain. And you're going to have to be happy to really give up some of these egoic desires that you have, and eventually you will have that wish card. You will have that success that you have been going for all this time. So my beautiful number 3, that will be your reading for today. If you have any comments, please put a comment below and like my channel that is brand new if you dare. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Okay, last but not least, we have number 3. Number 3, what is going on for you? What is your soul calling you to do? What is happening in your life? What are some of the issues that you're having with your ego and your egoic desires? Wow, there's a lot of pain. So we've got the Page of Cups or Page of Water. So a new person's entered your life, a relation begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. And then we have the Eight of Air, which would be the Eight of Swords in the traditional tarot. An illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. So what are these pertaining to, I wonder? Let's take a look here. Put that right there. So you're going through also a bit of transition. Seems like everybody I'm reading for today is going through transition of some kind. And you have the Eight of Swords or the Eight of Air. You felt trapped for a while, lacking self-confidence to really make a change, and you're impulsive and you really want to go forward and change things with your mind and create something new and slash through all the bullshit in your life. Make sure that you have a bright new beginning. And this is a beginning card. This looks like there is a new beginning for you right now. A new relationship, a new phase in your life. The Page of Cups in the traditional tarot is a lovely card. There's a page and he has a cup, a golden cup, and there's a fish flopping in it. And so it's a bit of a chalice, this cup, and it's a lot like the Holy Grail. So here you have something to sip from, something new, something that can create, and it's also like a creative beginning. But you have the Chariot reversed, which is the card of the sign Cancer. So it's about being able to hold opposites, and there's possibly an inability here of being able to find balance, be able to hold opposites together. Perhaps some addiction or something like that, and that's what I'm wondering too. Making rash decisions and not thinking them all the way through first and then suffering the consequences later. And so you're really struggling how to have this new energy, how to balance it, how to use it to overcome the trapped experience that you've been having, these feelings of heartache, of depression, of sadness, and it's been very difficult. And you're wondering, what is my soul calling me to do? What is my life's purpose? I don't know. I'm having a hard time finding balance. And a lot of this has to do with your thoughts. This is, again, interesting. We've got an air card or a swords card, and we've got a swords card here. So you are often beleaguered by your thoughts about things, and they're possibly not even true. It's interesting that a huge therapy that's out there to help people in psychotherapy is cognitive behavioral therapy. And the idea behind CBT is that our thoughts influence our behavior and what we choose to do in our life. And so if we can change negative or illogical or false thought patterns, then we can change our life. And it looks like you've been very rash and impulsive in how you're thinking about the situation in your life right now. And you've had a real hard time with balance. Again, this is also a movement card. Moving forward, fast, perhaps rashly into the future. Not being thoughtful about how you've been doing that in that way. Just, I don't know, that seems like it doesn't work, does it? Okay, so you're thoughtful too much in a certain negative thought pattern. But it's caused you to make impulsive decisions, maybe some rash decisions that weren't very good, that weren't thoughtful. And you have so much potential here. You have so much that you could be doing with your life. So what is it that the life purpose cards need to tell you today? What is your purpose? What is your soul calling you to do in your life? Looks like there are a lot of blockages here too, but we'll see what's going on. How interesting. So There's a part of you that really wants to be involved in music on many different levels. You want to create it, you like listening to it, and it's a healing force for you, and it can be a healing force for others. And the music that you create could be very healing for you, but here's the problem. That energy is blocked for you right now. And perhaps it has to do with these thoughts that cause you to procrastinate making music or being immersed, because it really isn't about the product, it's about the process. And every wonderful artist that I've ever known, any person that actually gets to a point of mastery, has to fail time and time again. And I'm getting the sense with you, number 4, that you don't want to fail, that you want to somehow have that full idea come out of your head, just like Athena came out of Zeus's, that it comes out whole and amazing and incredible. But no, you need to study. And study definitely is part of your life's purpose. You need to gain mastery, research, and gain confidence about where you want to go, and truly think, and perhaps even go back to school. Another thing that is an issue for you is you don't think that you have freedom. And maybe that's also, again, these thoughts, the sword energy that I saw that you're dealing with your ego. You are free to do what you choose, but there's a part of you doesn't think so, that thinks that you can't do what you choose to do. Or if you want to do something, that it has to be immediately easy or accessible, and it won't be. It's going to take some time. And also, I really like this too, that you also have this great gift for oration, for speaking. You have this lovely speaking ability. So you should be incorporating music into your life's purpose, and it should be you should be able to choose and be able to change and be free. But there is maybe an addictive way of thinking, or you have addictions, again, like that Chariot card that I'm thinking of. There's an addiction that's causing you not to be able to be free. And it could be any kind of addiction, a physical addiction, a thought addiction, an emotional addiction, a relationship addiction. But you are not as free as you'd like to be. But you do have that choice. It is an illusion. You have choices. You always have choices. And I think that, number 4, when you realize that, you will be able to speak your truth to others, and you will be able to share who you are with others. And possibly, in order for that to happen, you need to choose to complete your education, or to try to learn something else, or to study. Maybe you're an autodidact and you are very intelligent and you can figure things out on your own. But study is very much a part of this. Meditation, going within and thinking about how to do things, rather than just being a bull in the china shop and rushing in because of your incessant anxiety or worries. Okay? So that's what I see for your life's purpose here, and what your soul's calling you to do. Your soul's calling you to freedom. Your soul really wants you to stop in these negative thought addictions and behavioral addictions. And your soul wants you to be able to speak to other people, because maybe you're a kind of prophet or prophetess. You have some deep soul knowledge that needs to be imparted to other people. But before all of this, you need to take a step back, study, meditate, and try to regain some balance in your life. Thank you so much for joining me for my first pick a card reading. I hope it was helpful, and have a wonderful, beautiful day.